morning guys, Dave here from Air, Fire, Water and the Stones, once again back with the good old movie reviews. Now, as you can probably tell by the thumbnail, and you'll know exactly what we're going to talk about. And I did say in the first Sharknado review that I was virtually poised on watching the second one right after I'd done the first one, which makes sense, and it will make sense. Yes, it will. So I went along and I decided to press play and watch 1 hour and 27 minutes worth of a sci-fi channel movie. Again, all the way through, again, making notes, again, and finding this just as hilarious. But I wanted to do it because I thought it was fun to do, and here I am. So, spoiler alert, beep beep beep, is it there? Ah, wait, there it is, it's there, look. So yeah, spoiler alert guys, obviously I'm going to discuss this film, not in great detail, but in detail, so here we go. So this film kind of follows on from the last film. Finn is flying over to, yes, Finn, if you do not know what I'm on about, you should have watched the first one. So Finn and his ex-wife April are flying across to New York to see Finn's sister. April has a book that she has written and got published, which is, if I'm right, it says How to Survive Sharknadoes and Other Unnatural Causes. Yeah, I kind of want to read that book as well. I wonder if it exists. It might. It might. So, okay, so they're on this plane, and obviously Finn's having a little bit of an uncomfortable journey. Kelly Osbourne cameos in this. Yes, there's loads of, they say there's loads of cameos, and I think I've only seen in that film 2 cameos I'm aware of, both on that plane. So yeah, so Kelly Osbourne's in there, God knows why. It's kind of becoming a thing. Anyway, Finn is on this plane, there is a storm. Dun dun dun! And he looks out the window, and I thought it was quite good actually, in a little way. It was, as the storm and obviously the thunder and lightning flash, you see a silhouette of a shark in the clouds, and he obviously gets freaked out by this, and then he obviously says, "It's happening again," because obviously every single Sharknado film actually starts near enough on the off. That's kind of a good thing about them. I will say that. They don't just drag it out to the very end. They're literally like, boom, 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 boom! You know, they don't just sort of go, okay, we're going to drag it out really long, really long, really long. Sharknado! It's sort of like, literally, in the first, like, opening scene, it's literally like, Sharknado, Sharknado, blood, carnage, really bad acting, and so on and so forth. So anyway, obviously he starts freaking out on this plane, and eventually he is right, and a shark goes into the engine. And the pilot, which I kind of thought this was quite funny, the pilot is the actual main character in the film Airplane, which if you haven't seen that film, watch it, it's a classic. I even enjoyed the second one, but we're going on to the wrong films there. And he is the pilot, the main pilot in it, and obviously you know what's going to happen to him eventually. The Sharknado hits, they start on the verge of crash landing, everyone's going crazy, Kelly Osbourne loses her head, shark eats it, a very bad CGI shark, what else? Yeah, so obviously people are flying out here, there and everywhere. April is flung out of the plane, hanging on for dear life. She loses a hand because a shark eats it. These are freaking good, these sharks have fantastic aim, you know, you fly through the air. Right, go skydiving, fly through the air, and I want someone to throw a hamburger out. A hamburger, oh my god, I feel so American again. Like a burger or something, and literally you've got to go down, trying to catch it. Literally, these sharks must be bloody good at aiming. It's fantastic. So yeah, she loses a hand. I thought she was going to die. I won't lie, I was like, she's going to die. But then the best thing about this film is obviously these things. I've got to say this straight away, like the fact that this film and the whole series, which I presume, especially the first one, is taking the mick out of Hollywood and all of Hollywood's cliches. you can think of. Like, obviously we'll get to a few more in a bit, but literally, and one of these is where obviously Finn gets up, it's like, oh my god, everything's going crazy, there's sharks outside, there's sharks inside, half the plane's open and people are just sat there going, ah! Seriously, there's actually a woman who kind of like, obviously went into like an audition and just sat there and went, scream, and she went, ah! And there's like a guy beside who was like half of that, you know, she's trying to be dead terrified and he's kind of like, you know, doesn't know how to act really. There's a lot of that in there. People who have come onto set know they're in a film or aware they're in the film and don't know what the hell they're doing and are probably just passers-by that are like, do you want to be in a film? Go on, be in a film. And they're like, oh, okay, okay, right, act surprise, go! And they go, ah. Yeah, and Finn basically jumps on these controls and literally puts his headset on and literally knows everything about this Boeing 747 and just lands it. You know? Like, it's nothing. Just like, hi, I'm 747 2949, I'm coming into land, landing in the gear now. Lands it and just, you know, nothing, really. Just gets off the plane and everyone's like, oh my god, you're the guy from the Sharknado from the first one. You're really famous and your wife wrote a book. Yeah. And then they're obviously aware that this Sharknado is coming. Apparently there's going to be a bigger Sharknado, naturally. And obviously he's got to try and find his sister's family, who are split up. Cliché! Cliché! Obviously you've got the good old, obviously brother-in-law, who has to be a complete nut and knobhead. With trying to fix things with his son. Don't worry, son, you know, work's in the way, but don't worry, no work today, we'll go and see the ball game. You're a great dad! It's that sort of cliche, you know. I think the mother and the daughter thing was quite worrying in parts on their side, because she was very hands-on with her mum. Like, that's the way she was doing stuff. That is not how you hold your mum. That's not how you sort of are close to your mother. You don't hold them like that. You don't. I don't know. There was something about that sort of went. Yeah. Okay. Someone please tell her. Like, I know this is a film and that, but please tell her that is inappropriate. Please. And she does it loads. Anyway, so obviously Finn has barely arrived in New York and he's like, oh no, there's going to be a Sharknado. And obviously the sharks has found their way swimming nearby Liberty City. Statue of Liberty, swimming around. Everyone's like, oh my god, look at all the sharks, there's loads of them. Sorry about the acting, bad acting there, but I'm just adding to this, because that's what it's like. So we'll cut through it. Obviously Finn, usual, trying to warn people about this Sharknado. Everyone's looking up to him because he's fought the first Sharknado that ever happened. Anyway, he turns up at this ball games trying to explain that they need to get out of the ballpark, and he's like, his brother-in-law's like, don't talk stupid. It's like, what do you mean don't talk stupid? It's obvious that these Sharknadoes exist, and naturally, straight away, just after he says it, bang, that Sharknado appears. Now this is where it gets fun. So he's running away, they're all running away. There's literally, if you look close enough, most people are doing trying their best to do a really good job of looking scared and terrified. There is a little girl at the front of all these people running, so Finn's like, you know, the good old action star. And there's a little girl, literally, she is loving it. She has the biggest smile on her face. She is loving this. And she doesn't know what the hell's going on, but she's loving it. She's got the biggest smile on her face. She's like, ha! This is fantastic! I don't know what I'm doing, but it's fantastic! And then you think, right, there's an advancing tornado. It's like anything. If there's something coming towards you and it's brutal, where do they go? They don't run, jump in a car and drive off, you know, keep moving. No, they literally run to a train station and stop there. So it's literally like, go, 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 it's coming, it's coming, quick, up this way, it's coming. When did you say this train was due? Oh, okay. Well, I hope the train's on time. There's a tornado on the way, but I hope it's on time. Hopefully it's not late. that could spell complete chaos for us lot. no, here it is, here we go. You know, and they all jump on and off they go, you know. It's pretty clear that throughout this entire film, Subway, eat fresh, which depends how you want to take that. I kind of thought, you know, people just, you know, it's a sponsor and they've put Subway absolutely everywhere throughout this film. But then if you think about it a little bit more, sharks, eating people, eat fresh, you could take that as a joke. I don't know if that was supposed to be in there as a joke. I just decided to pluck it out of there and think, eat fresh. That's clever. Usually more of a zombie thing. That's I've seen a t-shirt that says zombies eat flesh in the same logo. That's a cool t-shirt. Look for it. And yeah, they're literally, it's pasted everywhere. So people are holding cups with Subway on. Hey. You know, there's like a big billboard of Subway. Everywhere you go, it's there. They're there. The sponsorships are there. Yeah. So you think that Sharknado couldn't get more ridiculous, but it does. Like, you know, you've had people fighting off really bad sharks, CGI sharks, plastic sharks, people getting taken up in tornadoes, people falling out of helicopters, falling into sharks, and then people going through with, you know, with chainsaws through, and then the person who's been eaten by the shark is completely fine. You think the ridiculous level could not get any more stupid and ridiculous, and it does, because then Finn eventually, I'm sorry guys, this has to be told you, he obviously goes ahead to destroy this tornado and gets sucked into this tornado, finds a chainsaw in there, which you kind of find out how the chainsaw got in there, because this guy, which I kind of thought was kind of clever in a way, he literally takes 3 chainsaws out of the boot of his car, as you do, and just sends them up into the tornado. So obviously they're cutting sharks up. Kind of clever, did like that little bit in there. And he obviously grabs one of these and obviously straight through another shark. Kind of like taking the mick out of its own film. And, you know, and he's flying through and you think, okay, fair enough. And then eventually he finds a chain in there and ends up riding or surfing a shark. Like, no word of a lie, look for the picture, look for the footage, look for that part in the film, or watch the film in general and wait for that part. He's on a shark. Woo! That's how crazy this film is, people. This is how mental these films become. And, like, they take the mick out of themselves, and, like I've said before, it is like kind of like a guilty pleasure. It's so stupid, but you can't help but watch it. And I'm still trying to answer that question and still asking myself why I'm watching these films. And here is my verdict of Sharknado, the second one. So I didn't really give Sharknado a score. And I've realised that because maybe it's that bad. But shall I say, it's so good. I said that wrong way around. It's so bad that it's good. In that category, I would give this film 5 out of 5. Not in the sense of being an actual film, but on the scale of so good it's bad, so bad it's good. Ugh! How do you get that? I got that confused, I'm so sorry. Yeah, so bad, it's good, it's a banging 5 out of 5. Sharknado, the second one, 4 out of 5. It kind of lost a bit of, I think it's because the first one, you're aware of what is, you have no idea what is coming, and then it's thrown at you in every proportion, in every angle. And then obviously when you watch the second one, you've kind of got a rough idea, in a way, a little part of it sort of, you know, dies out. And then when I tried, I'll admit this now, to everyone watching, I tried to watch the third one and I watched about 5 minutes and then could not do it because my brain had officially melted. It had melted. And the fact that the third one is actually called Oh Hell No, that is kind of what I said. I pressed the play. All it was really was Finn doing this proper running. He does a lot of running. It's kind of like to fill in a lot of time. He just sort of runs everywhere. And like, he sort of goes across the screen. You expect like a blur behind him. He's like, like really bad Sonic. And yeah, Yeah. See, this is my brain, it's melting now. And so obviously I just sort of went, oh hell no, in one respect, and switched it off. And that is why I'm going to come to this conclusion, guys, that if you want me to watch the third one, and even the fourth one, and review it, which I don't think I can, please tell me yes or no in the comments below. If you are on Instagram, I will try my best to put it on Instagram on my page, our page. Obviously Bex isn't here at the moment. At Air, Fire, Water and the Stones Instagram, or however it's thingy, you'll find it. And please just tell me if you want to see a third review of this series, and I will do it if you want me to, because then it gives me sort of a motive. And I'm going to wrap this up now, guys, with telling you that there is a 5th Sharknado coming. I found this by accident. I did not choose to realise this. I literally went on Sharknado to see how well it has done. And believe it or not, if you're aware of Rotten Tomatoes, it got 89%. Yes. And a lot of people actually like it. And it's known as a brain-dead film. Sit there, switch your brain off and enjoy it. So you don't really have to look into it as much as I've looked into it. And yeah, I won't lie, it is actually pretty damn good fun. And like I've said before, I'm ashamed of it, but I'm proud of it at the same time. So this is like kind of like a guilty pleasure, which I never really thought I'd have in the film world, but I do have now. And it's kind of changed my outlook on films now. So like I kind of probably would give some bad films a go. But then again, they're the type of films that take themselves too seriously. This film was just for fun, I suppose. And that's where it's got 5 films. It's got to be budgeted from somewhere. It's got to make its profits. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. As I said before, you know, please comment, please like, please subscribe. I am going to move on to more serious films and recommendations and that. Not just all these stupid, over-the-top sci-fi things, sci-fi channel type films. So yeah, and also if you want me to review anything, pop it in the box below, or let me know in person if you know who I am, if you work with me or anything, you know. That sounds quite stalkerish, in one respect. I'm not famous for that though, am I? Ha! So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more further reviews, and see you soon. Bye bye. Arrivederci. I'm going. Bye bye.